Good morning. My name is Terry Morgan. It is Monday, June 29th, 2020, and we're here to practice Wudang Taiji. I have what I would like to think of as a pretty big milestone this week. We will be finishing the first part of Wudang Taiji form, so part 1, and I'm going to give those final movements in part 1 today, and we'll work on them this week. And then what I have in mind is we're going to start over, and I'm going to take a little bit different approach that's going to be more focused on the individual movements, individual named movements, and just a little bit before and just a little bit after, so there's some context for each of those movements. One of the issues with learning Tai Chi, and particularly learning a long form, is that you have to keep coming back to do it. It's a sequence. If you miss the first part, you got to go back and get the first part, and then you can get the next piece, and then you get the next piece, right? So what I'm going to do is try and make things a little bit more accessible to folks, so there's not quite as much not quite as big a chunk, I guess, to bite off in each lesson. And then I'll be adding in some other classes where we'll work on different aspects of putting all of those pieces together and putting the form into a larger context. But for today, we're going to finish the first part of the form, and I have to tell you, I'm pretty excited to hit these milestones. When I look back at, look back in January and December, November of last year, and what I was planning to do and what I got started with, and what I've been able to do over these last several months, I'm really happy. And I'm going to say this because I think it's important. I've talked about what I've been able to do, and I've talked about the material that I presented, and I've talked about that I've studied for 40 plus years in a lot of these arts, especially in movement arts and sports and things. That puts what I'm trying to do with these classes into a little bit of context. What I'm trying to do is to document what I've learned. Yeah. I want people to come with me on this journey. I want people to watch the videos. I want people to come and take class. And there have been a few people who have given me some feedback that I really appreciated. I want more of that. I want to do more of that. So I want to make what I'm trying to do more accessible, so more people can join. With a longer form, it makes it harder for people to come in today, for example. I'm going to finish something. So if you weren't here for the beginning, you get a preview of how it ends, right? I want to change that a little bit, so it's not so much a focus on the sequencing and the form as it is those individual movements and what we can do with them. I hope that that's going to be. I'm hopeful. So I'm going to continue. Appreciate those of you who have been here with me for this entire journey for these last 6 months now. Yeah, it's been that long. All right, and we're going to keep going, but as we look at certain things, little change here and there is always going to be good. Just a little bit. All right, so Let me have another sip of my coffee here. Put that down. Yeah, there's a table there. You can't. I did some house cleaning and I rearranged some furniture, which you can't see, but it's there, and it's created a more a space that's more. It's easier for me to change into. Several different words I was trying to decide which one to use there. So it's easier for me to change the room now into a practice space, which is a bonus, right? So, hang on a second. All right, it says, well, it was giving me an error warning and now it's not, so it's intermittent apparently. Oh joy. Alright, so I'm going to cross my fingers with the idea that everything is coming across. I've seen this message before and I've had people ping me back and say, yeah, it's okay, don't worry about it. So that it's receiving something, but maybe not enough, and there may be some gaps. Crossing my fingers that that's going to settle down in just a minute. I will keep my eye on it, and there's just not a heck of an awful lot I can. Wait, 1 second. Okay, I reset my router, moved it a little bit so that hopefully there's better coverage. Crossing fingers. Let's hope that that error message is just that. It's just poo and I don't need to worry about it. Crossing fingers. Okay. Hang on. Still seeing the same message, but it looks like from another setting, looks like I'm probably okay. So I'm going to keep going, and if I got to come back and repeat this, I will come back and repeat it. I can't stop the stream and check the recording at the same time, so yeah. Technology. I like technology. Alright. Wudang Taiji. I'm going to show the first part of the form facing you. So, and I'm going to go quick. Okay? This is, I want you to put this in context for a second. Alright? So, don't think about practice. I'm going to turn around over here and we'll practice together in just a minute. This is going to go quick. Just look at the flow, how the movements hook together, what the connections are. And yes, I am going to be nonverbal with this. Yeah, that's an opening for yang style. Not doing yang style right now. Try again. Okay, have to back up. Here, right? Alright. First part of the form. We have up to today, I've kind of dissected and at least gone through basic instructions for all of the movements up to here. So we have several times that we come back to hand strum the lute. At the very end of the form, hand strum the lute. Now we're going to transfer the weight forward. Step down with the right. Sweep left, punch down. Hand strum the lute, lean forward, right foot, sweep. All right. Just gonna work on this piece. So here, you step up. All right. I'm thinking of something else. I'm in a different spot in the form compared to what I'm thinking of. All right, so we will have just completed this. Step up, hand strum the lute. All right, from here. The second time, right? This is second time, not first time. Step up, dragon and tiger, hand strum the lute. Lean forward, step, punch. Step up, hand strum the lute, lean forward, right foot, step left, downward. Circle, right circles up, left circles up, turn through the waist, and turn again. This is in the form. This is called the lazy guy ties up his sleeves. Lan Han Zai Yi. You think about in old China, right? long sleeve. I've got a costume that has these sleeves on it. Sleeve goes down to about here, right? Big sleeves. You walk around with your arms in your sleeves in the wintertime. It's comfy. Alright, so if you do this, it's easy to tie those sleeves up. So that's the name of the move, right? And we just downward punch, circle, 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 turn. Alright? This part of the move, right? So as I come over, now I'm here. Outside comes to inside. Big circle, and then it comes to the inside. So right hand comes here. This is all the right hand is doing. That's it. Left hand pretty much, right? So as I talked about before, a lot of times when we're looking at a particular move, it seems more complicated because of the movement of other body parts. If I'm only moving my right hand, it doesn't look like I'm doing very much. If I'm only moving my left hand, it doesn't look like I'm doing very much. If I don't move my legs, right? Or if I only move my legs, it doesn't look like, right? So as I put these pieces together, it creates a more complete movement. It also, to someone who's not looking at it from the standpoint of an integrated whole, it looks as it can look as though a lot of things are going on that just aren't there. Just not there. Our Wudang Tai Chi is full energy. It is dynamic. There isn't any, I'm going to use the word fluff. There's no fluff in this form. There's no, it's not, it's not a fluffy form. It's just not. All right, so just as we finish up, be aware that as each of these movements connects with the others, the appearance is more, can be, got eyes to see, can be more complicated. All right, so I'm here, hand strum the lute, transfer the weight, step, open, punch. Circle, circle, circle. All right? I just turned here, and I turned this at the same time. It creates a dynamic that you don't get if you don't do both of those turns. But again, I'm going back to this. It's not as complicated as it looks. Let's go this way. Follow me. Out. Right. Straight to. We're going to step. Step up. Dragon and tiger join together. Hands strum the lute. Step. Lean forward. Step. Step out. Punch. Circle 1, 2, 3. Okay? Circle 1, 2, 3. Pull in. Right hand down, left hand up. punch, 1, 2, 3. Right hand down, left hand up. Now we're going this way. We just turned around, right? Punch, 1, 2, 3. And turn. 1, 2, 3. Pull in. Press down. Center. The Taiji. Closing form. Alright, I'm face the camera. Alright, so just this last piece, right? Hand strum the lute, lean forward, step, brush knee down, punch, 1, 2, 3. Pull in, 1, step 2, step 3. Pull up and down, center, crossing hands, circle up, hands to your sides, pull the foot in, salute. All right. I'm again incredibly pleased that we've gotten to this point and that the pieces of the form that I've given, this whole first part, have at least currently sufficient explanation for someone who wants to practice to be able to do that. As I've talked about different things, as I've called out different things through the movements, it's my experience, what I've studied, what I practiced, what I'm showing is what I practiced. And my hope is that there's some value in that for somebody else. My goal is to document what I've been doing. And I'm writing a book, yes. Several of them actually. All right, video books included. This is one chapter. This last 6 months of videos is one chapter in that book. So I have a few more chapters that I'm still writing. One more time, come with me here, and we're going to step up, dragon and tiger, step through, hand strum the lute, lean forward, right foot, step to the 45, brush knee, punch downward, circle 1, 2, 3, pull in, right hand down 1, left hand at the right elbow, circle in 2, and yeah, you want it to, you want that smack right there. Yes. Did I hit something? Yes, I did. Don't do that if you're wearing rings, right? If you hit your ring, it will hurt your other hand. So you either make sure that you slap back in here or don't wear rings, okay? All right, slap. Step through. The step through here, this is Bung Chuan. From Xinyi, we have Bung Chuan. This particular punch then is Bung Chuan. So as you step forward, I'm going to do this facing the other direction so you can see it. All right, I'm here, open. You don't have to pull your leg up like that. I'm just slow-mo, all right? step forward. The fist is vertical and slightly inward. Okay? So it's not a flat fist, slightly vertical fist. Made a couple of videos that talk about Xing Chuan and Beng Chuan. In those, I actually explicitly have a video on Beng Chuan, so I'm not going to review that in detail right now. With me again, from here, step up, dragon and tiger, hands on the loop, lean forward, step with the right, step left, turn, punch. Circle 1, 2, 3. Shift back, downward, upward, forward. Pull up on the left, down on the right, center, and separate, pull in, salute. At the end, right, so I'm here, left side, pull in, right side, press down. At this point, your feet should be roughly shoulder, a little bit wider than shoulder width, depending on how low you were working, but roughly shoulder width, pretty close to what your normal opening stance would be. You want to come back, actually, if I was working in sand, which I did for a few years, I would want my footprints to end up in the exact same place as where I started. It takes practice and knowing where you are. All right, so we're here, we pull in, push down, crossing hands. Both hands separate, come down to your sides. As they do that, pull your left foot in, salute. We're going to review all of this again tomorrow. It's recorded. I'm going to check the recording, make sure everything was okay. If not, I will do my very best to make sure that tomorrow I don't have any issues with the recording. And then we will finish this up this week. Again, I've got something in mind that with these individual segments that I'm going to work on, that I think will be easier, maybe a little bit more bite-sized. This is kind of full banquet here. So maybe we have some snacks and we have some appetizers, and then we get on to the full course. I appreciate you being here today. For those of you who've been with me, milestone. It's a big deal. And when somebody else accomplishes something, I want to call that out just as much as I want to call out whatever I might have been able to do. So if you've been with me for these last 6 months, good work. If you're just joining, come on along. We're going to do more. Thank you.